Jennifer, look at you.
Thank you.
What are we wearing? We know you've got your brand.
I'm wearing a Gucci dress, and this is a Valentino bag and Gucci jewelry, so
Would we expect anything less?
I don't think so.
Talk to me about being here tonight. This is such an incredible event, such an incredible cause, over 3 decades now.
Right.
What does it mean to be here?
I think it's really astonishing. I'm a friend of Nancy Davis, and hello. There she is. I was just about to sing your praises and say what a wonderful thing it was.
You're so sweet.
I'm so excited about it. Yes. Did you need to talk to TFAB? I can step aside. Do you want to talk to Nancy first? Oh, she's a grande dame of the Race to Race MS.
Yes.
Well, she's like so wonderful, and I went to some of the very first Race to Race MSs in the 90s. I've been coming for 30, I cannot believe it's been 30 years, but she's so inspiring because it just goes to show how one person can make such a difference. She's raised over $58 million for MS research, and, you know, it's always a great party, too. You see all the people you know. She's very personable. She invites her friends. She invites them personally, like, I really want you to come, and, you know, she just makes sure everyone is taken care of. Yes. And she calls in a lot of favors. They have the most fabulous silent auction all the time. I still have jewelry I've got.
Gonna start bidding.
Race MS. Yes, I know. You've got to stand next to the item you want. Just as they're about to pull the page, then you put your bid on.
Oh, is that's the key?
I'm really, really good at that. Yes. Yes.
Of course, I need to ask about the Real Housewives.
Yes.
Congratulations on your first season.
Thank you. It was how exciting. It was a crazy roller coaster ride for sure.
What do you think you learned from that first season?
Well, what I learned is watching the show is one thing, and being in the middle of the show is really different. It's like when you're watching a tornado from the distance, you're like all exhilarating. You're like, that's so exciting. When you're in the middle of the tornado, maybe not so exciting.
The reason for that.
Too exciting, yes. But I had such a good time. It was really kind of weirdly a dream come true. You wear fabulous outfits, you go to exotic vacations, and I'm hanging out with the ladies that I've been watching for the last 15 years, so I really enjoyed it.
What do you think you're going to implement for next season?
Well, next season I think all bets are off because there's been a big shift because, you know, Avi is no longer coming back, Garcelle's not coming back. I gather there's going to be 1 or 2 new exciting housewives. Some of the pre-existing housewives have some challenges that are well documented in the tabloid media. So I think it's going to be a powder keg next season. But I think the people are. We've also, you know, we have Bosie, who, you know, really made a splash this year. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see how everything develops.
And do you think you would develop into, you know, a full-time housewife, or do you like being the friend of?
My lips are sealed, but you know what? I really did enjoy being a friend of this season because you could dip in and dip out. You're not too deep into the drama. So, but you know what? You never know. You never know.
We had to say bye to someone this season. We said bye to Garcelle. What, have you been in contact with her? How is she?
I was so disappointed when Garcelle left because I love Garcelle. I got to know her a lot better this season. She's just so warm and wonderful. She'd laugh at my jokes, which is really important. When you say something you think is funny, it's important to have somebody laugh. She'd go, ha, 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 I love you, Tilly. So I think Garcelle is going to be just fine. She's very, you know, she's a major motion picture star, and she's got her life, her beautiful children. I think she had 5 years. She really made a major contribution, and I think she's ready to move on. I think it's going to be hard on Sutton because, you know, Sutton and Garcelle were so close, and I think that's going to be difficult for Sutton, but she's so strong and brave. I think Sutton's going to land on her feet no matter
She's got you as well now.
Yes.
And how do you think your relationships with the other women are?
The other women, I really like all the other women, and they all really like me. And hopefully I'll get to know them better than I did last year because everybody had their own things going on. And being a friend of, you dip in and dip out. But, you know, I really adore those ladies, and they've all been so kind to me and been inviting me to their parties and events and lunches. So it's not just like, oh, when the camera's on, we're friends, and when the camera's off, we're not friends. They're all very, very generous with their time.
Do you have anyone in mind that you want to see join the cast? Not to replace Garcelle, she's irreplaceable, but to join the fun.
Well, I did recommend a bunch of people, but I don't know what's going to happen. I think they're adding one.
Is there any names?
I can't because, you know, it's all super private. But I think whoever it comes, they have a really good pool to choose from. I think whoever comes in is going to be really fabulous.
One
And
thing,
hopefully fun.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, we need more fun. Yes.
and of course, we learned a great fact about you, and a lot of fans were shocked to hear how much you still make from The Simpsons.
You know what? This is one bad thing about The Housewife is you have no secrets. But you know, it's really funny because they're making like I'm Jeff Bezos. I'm just a medium rich person. I'm not an insanely rich person.
I mean, it's pretty good.
Well, you know, I have no complaints. I am decked out in couture Gucci. So, yes, obviously.
Do you have any words of advice for maybe other women going through a similar situation and how to make sure that you're looked after?
Well, I think the most important thing is, and I know so, and this is the only reason it came up because Kyle and Dorit were both contemplating divorce. I think the thing is when you're trying to leave, you just want to get out, and you still love your husband. You don't want to soak him. Well, I say soak him. You have to take care of yourself, honestly. And women would be so surprised how much their husband, who loved them so much, start squirreling things away in Swiss bank account. You just have to take care of yourself and don't say, "Oh, I don't want to hurt his feelings," or I don't want to take his money. No, take his money. He would do the same to you. In fact, he is doing the same to you. So I think I would recommend to everybody to just get a good lawyer. And my ex-husband, after I got my settlement and I took him to see my house, we were really good friends. He's looking all around. He goes, "Jennifer, I'm really happy that you got a lawyer, and I'm really happy you're taken care of. Because when the dust clears, they love you after all, and they want to see you prosper and thrive, especially when there's children involved."
And lastly, do we have any updates on if we'll see Tiffany Valentine again?
Well, Tiffany and Chucky and the gang are not gone. They're on pause, as they say in the Bravo universe, and I think I can say with very good authority that we're probably going to see Tiffany sometime in the future.
Well, this is exciting.
Yes, I think so. There's no such... I used to say nothing can kill Chucky except for a bad box office, and we've never had that. So Chucky always rises from the dead, and Tiffany will too.
Well, we're excited to see her again. That's the bell going, so I'll let you go inside.
Thank you.
It was so lovely
It's really
chatting
nice
with you.
talking to you. Thank you.